All right, this is part two. Sorry about that. Someone came in the house. I had a little talk with someone. Yeah. Holy shit, Ivan Creative. Yeah, that was my idea for the Matrix. So it's like takes place. It's 100 years later. Everyone in Zion's living at peace because Neo saved Zion, obviously, and the Matrix is at peace. And there's a glitch in the Matrix, deja vu. Remember in the first one, deja vu, and the Agent Smith somehow comes back into the Matrix. And then the Oracle and the Architect, they recreate the One. The One is born in the Matrix, obviously, as a human, but he's a half machine. And you get his life as a kid, obviously. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't know he's a One. He's a dish. He drops out of school. He's a hacker, a dishwasher. That was my idea for the story, obviously. Oh, that sounds like an amazing story. Yeah, that would. You guys can see what I'm saying. Yeah, I can see your idea for the Matrix. Yeah, that was my idea for the story. But because they made that fucking resurrection movies, they ruined everything. That's because my deal was it was 100 years later, and they all the new generation they talk about Neo, he saved Zion, he saved the Matrix, and saying they talk about what the great Morpheus, you see his grave, and because they made that resurrection movie, they ruined everything. Yeah, man. Holy shit, man. Fuck, man. Yeah, that was my idea, but because they made that fucking terrible movie, they ruined everything, man. And all these actors who were in Matrix Resurrection, you know what I'm talking about. That movie was terrible. That was a bad movie, man. Like they winged it in that movie, man. That was terrible. That movie was even worse than The Hobbit. Even though The Hobbit was a mess, at least the movie was okay. Whereas that Matrix Resurrection movie was terrible, man. I don't know what the Wachowski sisters were thinking, or brothers, whatever it is. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, you guys, they obviously slacked off. The Wachowski brothers didn't give a shit about that Matrix Resurrection movie. Because the movie was terrible. That was a bad movie, man. That was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. That was bad, man. Yeah. That was bad. That was fucking bad, Sim Singer. Yeah. That was bad. Yeah. Yeah, but after my five movies, I'll most likely purchase the rights for the Spider-Man Miles Morales franchise. Most likely. That's like 30 years from now. That's a long time. I'll most likely purchase the rights for. You're looking at a new generation of Hollywood actors. All these actors, big actors, A-list actors now will all be really, really old or they'll be dead. They'll all be dead or really, really old. So you're looking at a new generation. I'm gonna do a 5 movie Spider-Man Miles Morales series. That's gonna be top notch. I'm gonna have to purchase the rights off Sony for the rights. I'm also gonna have to get the rights for the villain characters too, for the Miles Morales franchise. Yeah, series obviously. I'm thinking of doing a 5 movie series for that. And the actors chosen for that movie, they're most likely, I don't know. Some of them might not even be born yet. So yeah, because you're looking at a new generation of actors in 30 years from now. You see what I'm saying? Here? You're looking at a new generation of actors in 30 years from now. Like guys like Keanu Reeves, you know what I'm saying? All these big actors, most of them are going to be dead in 30 years from now. Either that or they're going to be really, really old, like 90 men. They're going to be fucking old. So old they can't even act anymore. You see what I'm saying? That's why I set the whole thing up. That's why all the actors in Hollywood are going to be so desperate. Yeah, I want to, before I grow old and die, I want to experience this sense of fame. Yeah, because as I do these movies, time passes and all these actors are going to be aging, obviously. That's why I'm going to say the actors chosen for Xans are lucky. The actors chosen for Gracie movie are lucky, guys. They're going to get this Princess of Fame with age before they grow old and die. Yeah. You see what I'm saying here? That's why I was thinking Keanu Reeves is perfect for that Western gangster movie, but I know by the time I do the Western gangster movie, he'll be in his 80s. He'll be fucking old. Hence why I'm okay, let's have him in the Great Escape movie when he's younger. When he's like 69 years old. That way he can do more of those fights. Because when you're 69, you're still pretty good. You still do the fighting scenes, you're still pretty good. When you're 80, you can't do the things you can do when you're younger. You see what I'm saying here? Hence why I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna have Keanu Reeves be like 80 years old. No, have him be in the Great Escape movie when he's younger. Scarlett Johansson will be younger. She'll only be like in her late 40s. She'll be a bit older, but she's still young. And Ben Affleck will be in what? Ben Affleck will be in his like 60s. He'll be like in his late 50s, so about 6 years older. Ben Affleck is in his late 40s right now. So in 10, 12 years, yeah, he'll be like in his late 50s or like early 60s. He's still pretty good. He's still good. 6 years old, you're still good, man. You're good at 6 years old. Obviously. That's why those actors are lucky. They're fucking lucky. Yeah. There's a high chance those three are chosen for they already know. High chance those three are chosen for my greatest game movie. That's why all the actors are gonna panic. Yeah, if as Ivan and Vijay keep doing these movies where we keep aging, yeah, as I do movies, all these guys keep aging. You see what I'm saying? That's why they're all gonna be desperate. They're all gonna be sending in the reels. Even networking with you're looking at something crazy. Like when I start the process of the Great Escape movie, all the big A-listers in Hollywood are gonna network with the Keanu Reeves, Ben Affleck, Scott. Hey man, Ben. Hey Ben, man, I'm saying like you're lucky, man. You're gonna be in Ivan's movie. Hey man, can you give Ivan a word with me? But I say, yeah, I'll give him word. And they don't give him word. I'm saying they don't want them rising to their level. Yeah, they know after they film my movie, they're gonna be bigger, obviously. Well, it doesn't. Well, it doesn't get any bigger than those guys. If you're a bigger A-lister, like you know what I'm saying, it doesn't get any bigger than me being an A-lister. You know what I'm saying? They go to Hollywood, they can easily get roles. Doesn't get any bigger than me, but what? They're not gonna give word because they don't want these guys to rise to their level. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll give them word. They don't give word. People are gonna ask Keanu Reeves for word for the Great Escape movie. Scarlett Johansson, that's something crazy. Yeah, guys, all these big guys in Hollywood are gonna be begging these actors for word, man. Hey, Keanu, man, can you give Ida Vijay a word? Well, yeah, I'll give him word. They're not gonna give him word because they don't want them to rise to their level. Yeah, because we live in Hollywood. That's the what. They don't want these actors rising to their level. Yeah. Especially the actors for Zanus. The actors for Zanus, you're looking at something fucking crazy. All the Hollywood actors are going to ask them to give word. Because the reason why it's crazy for the actors for Zanus, because Zanus is a unique story. The biggest movie ever made. Derek has doubled himself. Once everyone reads my book, they're going to finally see what I mean. Oh my god, you get to be part of this story, obviously. And I just started my company. That's why you're looking at something crazy with the Zanus actors. All these actors are going to be asking them for word, man. Daisy Ridley, because Daisy Ridley is all probably pretty good friends with John Boyega, she's definitely going to ask John Boyega for, hey man, John, can you give Ivan Reed a good word? Yeah, I'll give him word. And John Boyega does not give word, I'm saying, because he doesn't want them to rise to their level yet. We're selfish, obviously. Idris Alba, Don Cheadle, I'm saying, because they're small A-listers, all the big A-listers and small A-listers are going to be asking those guys for, they can give Ivan Reed a word. But they're not going to give word because we live in a selfish world. Yeah, I'll give him word. I'm not giving you word. You brushed me aside, so I'm not giving you word. You know what I'm saying? Because think about this. All these Zanus actors who are in my movie, all these actors in Hollywood brush them aside. Because in Hollywood, you have a thing called networking. When they go to all these parties, all these events, all the actors network with each other, but no one gives word because Hollywood's selfish. They don't want these people rising to their level. You see what I'm saying? Especially the A-list actors. The A-list actors don't want these Hollywood actors rising to their level, hence why they don't give word. Hence, when these big A-list actors ask Yvonne Joje, John Boyega, you know what I'm saying? Like, John Boyega wasn't what? He was in The Circle with Tom Hanks, Emma Watson. Guaranteed he asked them for a good word. They never gave a good word. Because they're selfish, obviously. They don't want John Boyega rising to their level. Because you can't trust anyone in Hollywood. Hollywood, everyone's for themselves. You see what I'm saying? In Hollywood, everyone is for themselves. You cannot trust anyone. Because it's a very competitive... Hollywood's a very, very competitive business. Everyone is competing for roles. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. It's a tough business. That's why no one gives word. Because they don't want these people rising to their level. Yeah. John Boyega, I'm not giving you word. You brushed me aside, so I'm not giving you word. Yeah. Guys like Tom Hanks, Emma Watson, I guarantee you John Boyega tried to give them ask for a word. They never gave word because what? They're selfish, obviously. And so when guys like Tom Hanks, Emma Watson ask him for word one of these days, he'll be like, yeah, I'll give him word. He won't give word because he asked for a good word and they never gave him word either. And so they get what they deserve, yeah. Ariana Grande, the Almanette. The big A-list actors are even going to try and network with the B-list actors. They're going to try and network with guys like Yvonne Joje, Niall Manette. Ariana Grande is a big singer, but she's not a big actor, hence they're going to try and network with her too, and they're not going to give word because they don't want these people to rise to their level. Yeah, and they know they're the lucky chosen few. Haha, I'm the lucky chosen few. You know what I'm saying? Hence they're not going to give word, man. all these actors are gonna beg these actors, hey man, can you give Ivan a good word, man? Good word about me, man. Can you give Jon Favreau a good word? You know what I'm saying? J.J. Abrams, can you give even Jon Favreau and them are gonna be boss. As a seventh, the actors are also gonna try and narrow them. Hey man, John, can you consider casting me for the next movie? John's like, no. You have to send Jon Favreau and they're like, no. You have to send your reels. Because that's how it works. You can't do that. Yeah, you have to. Hey guys, you're gonna have to send your reels, man. That's how it works. Yeah, man. They're going to even beg the script, the 17, mainly the actors. The actors who are chosen for Zanes, all the actors in Hollywood are gonna narrow with them. They're gonna ask them for a good word, but they're not gonna give word. That's why me and VJ are gonna be so boss, and hence why these actors are gonna feel like total shit, man. In Hollywood, man. Yeah, this has been crazy. The actors are gonna be begging these actors for a good word, man. This has been crazy, man. Even the big A-list actors are gonna beg the B-list actors. The big A-list actors are most likely gonna try and narrow with the small A-listers. Like guys like Don Chu, Idris Elba, you know what I'm saying? Andy Serkis, they're gonna try and narrow with those guys, man. This has been crazy. All the agents in Hollywood, all the agents in Hollywood are gonna, hey man, they're gonna tell all the actors, hey man, make sure you narrow with these actors to strengthen your chances of being an IMDb's Great Escape movie. Yeah. But these actors are not going to give word because what? Hollywood's a competitive business. They don't want these guys rising to their level. Yeah, man, this has been crazy. Yeah, you know, after I film this movie, I'm going to be pretty successful or very successful. You know what I'm saying? Hence why you're panicking and you want to narrow with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even guys like Keanu Reeves, Ben Affleck, Scarlett Johansson are going to network with these actors chosen for names. But chances are they're going to be chosen for the Great Escape movie. But even for the Great Escape movie, all the actors in Hollywood are going to be narrowing with all those guys. Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, Ben Affleck. This has been crazy. These guys are not going to give word. Yeah, I'm not giving you word. I'm not giving you word. Hollywood's a competitive business. The A-list actors don't struggle getting roles, but even then they're still not going to give word because Hollywood's competitive business. They don't want these guys to rise. They don't want these small A-listers rising to their level. You see what I'm saying here? Because Hollywood is competitive business. That's how it works, man. That's how boss movie will be. All these actors are gonna be desperate. They're gonna try and narrow with all these Zayn's actors, man. You look at something crazy, man. Yeah, man. Gonna try and narrow them. Hey man, can you give Ivan a good word about me? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I'll give him word. They don't give word, I'm saying. Yeah. It's actually funny. Yeah. Because these actors, the reason why these actors want to work my movie so bad, because they know my company's better than Hollywood. They know I have much bigger budget movies than Hollywood, better technology. They want to be saved, man. They want to experience that fame with Iron They don't want to be left behind. They now know their movies are a side tension, which is a shitty feeling. They want to experience the fame with the two gods. You see what I'm saying here? Hence why VJ made that Beg on Your Knees song. Yeah, because the world's gonna beg for forgiveness. They're gonna get what they deserve. All the actors who are going to be in my movie are going to beg their ass off me once we sign. That's how boss movies are going to be. And all the chosen actors in Hollywood are going to beg for a good word, man. But these actors are not. Keanu Reeves, Ben Affleck, Scarlett Johansson, these actors are going to beg them. They're not going to give word, obviously. Paul Bettany, they're going to beg for a good word. He's not going to give word. Yeah. All the actors chosen for Zanes, they're going to beg them for a good word. They're not going to give word. They're going to beg KJ Apa. All the actors in Rivendell. I'm pretty sure KJ Apa is pretty good friends with the actors in Rivendell. They're gonna ask him for a good word too. He's not gonna give word. Because he doesn't want these actors to rise. Yeah, we know after this Zara KJ Apa will be an A-list actor. Yeah, he's gonna be an A-list actor. They want what? They're gonna ask him for a good word. And even then, yeah, I'll give him word, and he's not gonna give word, obviously. Zendaya, if she's chosen for Megan, the role of Megan, they're gonna ask her for a good word too. She's not, yeah, I'll give him word, and she's not gonna give word. I'm not giving you word. When I was in Hollywood, you brushed me aside, so I'm not giving you word. Yeah, that's how it works, man. Yeah, man. Look at something crazy, man. Something crazy. You know in sport leagues, you know how you have the crazy, you know how you have what? You have like free agents, you have like GMs going crazy. I want this player. You know how it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Think something twice, three times crazier than that. For what? For the actors in Hollywood. All of them are going to be dying to be in my movie. That's something crazy. That's why the secretary is going to be hard at work. Especially for the Great Escape movie, the secretary is going to be hard at work taking all these calls from these agents, man. Hundreds of agents. Even the top agencies in Hollywood who represent the big actors, they're going to be desperate. Hey, they're gonna tell all the bigger agents, hey man, do whatever you can to get in IMDb's next movie. because they know my movie is what? It's a huge opportunity. My copy's burned in Hollywood. I can pay them more money in Hollywood on average too, and it's going to launch the actor's career. Well, the A-list actors, it doesn't get any bigger than being an A-list actor. So the A-list actors, it doesn't really launch their career as it doesn't get any bigger than being an A-list actor, obviously. But they're still going to have successful careers, and they can probably borrow for a bit more money. But the B-list actors is going to launch their career. That's why the B-list actors, man, you're looking at me crazy. They're all going to be begging these A-list actors for a good word, man. Because I know my movies, if I'm in Ivan's movie, I'm either going to be a rising star or an A-list actor. Yes. If you're a B-list actor, if you're in my movie as a major role, guaranteed you're going to either be a rising star or an A-list actor. You're going to see them in big movies because they can sell their movies well now. Because everyone around the world knows who they are. They're world famous. Hence, they can now sell their movies. Chances are a good 10, 20 million people are going to be tuning into their movies. So if you do a $30 million budget movie and the movie does $150 million, you can sell your movies well now. You'll have a pretty successful or very successful career. You see what I'm saying? Because there's the actors who are there's the actors who are in my movie who are going to be pretty successful, and the other ones who are going to be very successful. They're going to rise to that 100, 90, 80, even $150 million range. And there's the other ones who are pretty successful. They rise to that maybe 20, 18, 25, $30 million range. You see what I'm saying? They're successful, but they're not as successful as others. As for the actors chosen for Xanax, there's going to be a group of them who are going to be very successful, and there's going to be a small group of them who are the other group of them who are going to be pretty successful. My point is, they're all successful, and they're all A-list actors. As guaranteed, they're all going to be A-list. The actors chosen for Xanax, they're all the B-list actors who are in my movie are all going to be A-list actors. As Andy Serkis and Idris Elba, Don Cheadle, the actor for Queen Sarah, they're already A-list actors. But they might rise and be bigger ones. You see what I'm saying? But they're still A-list actors. Whereas guys like Yvonne Julia, John Boyega, and I'm saying Danielle Minette, they're not A-list actors. They're B-list actors and rising stars. But guaranteed they're going to become. You guys can see a future. Yeah, we can see. Yes, you guys are most likely going to be what? A-list actors after my Zane's movie. But even then, when they're successful, they're making their nice millions. You know what I'm saying? They're still dirty slaves. There's a side tension. I and Ouija are the main show, and what? You still feel like shit. You're eating that shitty food, you're flowing commercial, you still feel like shit. So even if they do that ensemble movie, obviously, and I don't know, if it does $1 billion, I don't know, you have Ariana Grande, you know what I'm saying, John Boyega, Vaughn Joji, Idris Elba, Don Cheadle, Danielle Minette in the same movie, Andy Serkis all in the same movie. The movie does $1 billion, I don't know, 55, 60 million people tune into that movie. You have all the crazy fans, obviously, but even though you're going on your crazy world tour, obviously, but even when you're going on that crazy world tour, Ivan and Vija are what? Ivan and Vija are going on their world tour for what? For the Great Escape movie, worldwide crazy fam, and all the fans that are that are excited for that movie are all tuning into Ivan and Vija's life too, and you still feel like shit. It feels like as if no one cares about your movie. You see what I'm saying here? Yeah. Peter Jackson, Mel Gibson. It doesn't get any bigger than Peter Jackson, Mel Gibson as a director. It does not get any bigger than Peter Jackson, guys. Peter Jackson is one of the biggest directors in Hollywood. He's worth $1 billion. He's like the third, fourth biggest director in Hollywood. The only ones who are bigger than him are like Steven Spielberg and like George Lucas. It doesn't get any bigger than Peter Jackson, guys. Peter Jackson's worth $1 billion. He created $1 billion empire, a multi-billion dollar empire of Lord of the Rings. That's why he's perfect for my movie. Hey, look, man, you create a multi-billion dollar empire for Lord of the Rings. I want you to create a multi-billion dollar empire for my Zane's movie too. Yeah. So guys like Peter Jackson, it doesn't get any bigger than him. The guy does not struggle getting roles at all. He can easily, he probably gets so many offers from television companies and film companies to direct, obviously. He doesn't struggle. And even he will beg his ass off me when we sign him because he'd rather work for me. He knows, yeah, even though I'm in Hollywood, I'm going to make a lot of money. I'm going to go back to being a dirty slave because Hollywood's dirty, obviously. That's the world we live in. I'm going to go back to eating that shittier food, being flown commercial, go on that meaningless world tour. Whereas Ivan and Vija are going to be trying online with that grace. He'd rather work for me, yeah. Plus, I paid him his free millions. He got his free, and I spoiled the shit out of him. Whereas Hollywood doesn't spoil actors and crewmen and directors the way I spoil them. Yeah, if I know if I want to back to Hollywood, Hollywood won't spoil me the way Ivan told me. Yeah, Hollywood's not going to have Peter Jackson stay in a hotel for 1 year and have a limo driver pick him up every day for 1 year. No. They might have a limo driver pick him up sometimes and have him stay in a hotel for a couple weeks or a month, but they're not going to have him stay in a nice hotel for a night. I'm going to be renting like a luxury hotel for Peter Jackson and all the actors the first year. For Peter Jackson the first year. But I'll have him stay in cheaper rooms. See what I'm saying here? I'm gonna tell my 17, look, man, you can rent a luxury hotel. So before I said they can't rent a luxury hotel, no. I'll have them rent a luxury hotel, but rent the cheaper rooms. The $4,000 a night rooms. I'm gonna have Peter Jackson stay in a luxury hotel with a nice pool, a nice jacuzzi, but I'm gonna rent the cheap rooms, the $4,000 a night rooms. I'm not gonna have them rent the $10,000 a night rooms. No, have them rent the $4,000 rooms. He's staying in a luxury hotel. Yeah, I'm giving. Whereas Hollywood, they have him stay in standard hotels, shittier hotels, $800 a night hotels. You see what I'm saying here? $1,500 a night hotels. Well, I'm having the actors. I'm gonna have the actors even stay in a luxury hotel the third year, but I'm gonna have my 17 rent the cheaper rooms. Okay, book a luxury hotel for the actors, stuntmen, photographers, and all them, but have them stay in a cheaper room, like a $4,000 a night room, which is top notch. Don't have them stay in like $10,000 a night rooms. No, it'll affect the budget. I could afford it, but it'll affect the budget. Have them stay in cheaper $4,000 a night. Don't have them stay in $1,500 a night rooms. No, have them stay in a more top notch hotel, $4,000 a night, nice fucking rooms in a luxury hotel, man. Hence why, Hollywood would never do this. Yes, hence why Peter Jackson will beg his ass up too. Man, I just want to work for you. I had the best time. I had the best experience of my life. I want to be saved. You know what I'm saying, you're gonna see. You might even tear up. You know what I'm saying, like Ivan, man. I'm saying, your company's so much better than Hollywood. If I go back to Hollywood, I'm gonna go back to being a dirty slave, eating that shitty food, being flown commercial. Yeah, I'll make more money, but man, like I'm gonna be the side attention. I'm gonna go on that meaningless tour. I want to be saved. I want to experience success and fame with you, Ivan. Your company's so much better than Hollywood. You see VJ's like, no, I'm not. No, we're not resigning. You know what I'm saying? You can cry. You can even cry tears. Look, I'm not resigning you. You're not good for it. Peter Jackson is not good for the Great Escape movie. He was perfect for Zane's, but he's not good for the Great Escape movie. You see what I'm saying here? He's not good for the Great Escape movie. Yeah. I paid him his rich $109 million, which on average he'll never make in Hollywood. In Hollywood, on average, he probably gets $25 million. The only way he'll make more money is if he gets a piece of the profits, obviously. But I paid Peter Jackson a rich $109 million in free cash. In Hollywood, they're never going to pay Peter Jackson $109 million in free cash. He has to pay a horrific price to make that money. He has to do it. Yeah, man. If you want to make that $100 million, $10 million, $15 million, $20 million in Hollywood, you have to do it. It's not free. You have to do it. So think about it. You're in a relationship with your beautiful wife on the outside, you know what I'm saying? And even then, if you want to make your millions, you still have to do it. Yeah, because the Hollywood system is fucked up, obviously. Hence why relationships don't last in Hollywood. Because even while you're in a relationship, you're constantly doing things. Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, hence why all the actors are gonna, yeah, I know. The main reason why they're gonna beg is they don't want to be left behind. That's the main reason. But there's other reasons too. Hollywood, Skyscraper pays them more money on average because Hollywood's cheap. They get served shitty food, whereas Ivan's serving luxury food. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood does not spoil the actors the way Ivan spoils the actors with limo drivers every day, buffet every day, partying up at his $150 million condo and his $4 million yacht, table in his yacht, partying up in his jet, expenses all paid for the world tour, staying at luxury hotels, $4,000 a night hotels. Whereas Hollywood, they don't have the actors stay in luxury hotels. No, they have them stay in standard hotels. Nice hotels, but standard hotels. Whereas me, I'm going to have all the actors stay in luxury hotels. Except I'm renting the cheaper rooms. I'm not going to have them stay in this. I'll have them stay in nice rooms, but not like the suites. Not like $10,000 a night suites. No, $4,000 a night rooms. Yeah, with a nice luxury pool, a nice jacuzzi. Yeah, feeding all paid for. Yeah, my company is better than Hollywood. Yeah, man. You guys can see the future. Vaughn Jose, John Boyega, and I'm saying Idris Elba, Ariana Grande. You guys can see the future. You know, yeah, we can see. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. My company will be better than what? It'll be better than Hollywood. Yeah, man. The only cool thing about Hollywood is you get the public eye fame. You see, whenever they do Comic-Cons, they post it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Whenever a movie's coming out, it's on the news. Whereas it's why behind the scenes. I'm going to have news on my website too, obviously. I'm going to tell my website, look, man, I want a section for news on my website too. Type in, but it's more simple news. You see what I'm saying? In Hollywood, you get all the press conferences and the public eye, whereas Ivan and VJ, if we go on our world tour, it's all behind the scenes. It won't be posted on YouTube. It won't be on the news. It is all behind the scenes. That's why you guys are going to feel like shit, because you're left behind, obviously. You see what I'm saying? That's the only cool thing. In Hollywood, you see the movies on theaters. You get the previews on theaters. Obviously, you get the previews on television, preview trailers on television, whereas Ivan, all his trailers are on his website, because it's why, obviously. It will not be in the public eye. But you're looking at something. So you're looking at something surround sound for my trailers, man. A surround sound experience for my trailers on in my website. I'm gonna have a section trailers. You're gonna that's where that all the trailers will be there, obviously. So I'm gonna have teasers and extended trailers for the doc. So I'll have a teaser and extended trailer for the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and the fifth year during post-production for what? For my documentary. I'm also gonna have the same thing for my movie. 6 trailers for the movie, 9 trailers, about 9 trailers, 6 to 9 trailers for the doc. Yeah, yeah, or 8 trailers for the documentary, 8 to 9 trailers for the documentary, and 6 trailers for the movie. Obviously, yeah, because the documentary you're looking at like 9 trailers, man. Not even like 10 trailers, because you also have the 2 months of me and VJ and George Lucas planning. I released the trailer of me, the documentary of me and VJ planning with George Lucas at the same time. I released the doc. That way it builds excitement, obviously, right? Yeah, you're looking at like 6 parts. You're looking at like a 9, 10 trailers for the documentary. You also have the 2 months me and VJ playing with George Lucas. Yeah, that's part of the documentary too. Yeah, except that documentary will be for that documentary it will be more simple. I'll just hire a doc crew in Vancouver and have them film it. Whereas for the documentary, for the other documentary, when I'm filming pre-production, production, and post-production, I'm hiring my own doc crew. I'm gonna rent like $50,000 what? $50,000 like independent movie cameras. Yes, the camera used to film in only Kisses. I'm renting a camera like that, man, to film my doc. That's where you're looking at a movie for my documentary, an independent movie. Yeah, That's why Peter Jackson will be shocked. Holy shit, Ivan, this is unheard of for your doc. Yeah, like an independent. When you see the first trailer, you'll see what I mean. It's like an independent movie. Yeah, it's like an independent movie. Yeah. A revolutionization of technology for my documentary too. I'm putting like 2.5, I don't know, a couple $1,000,000 worth of special effects for my doc, man. Like slow motion. I'm gonna have like, man, put special effects for even Vancouver, Los Angeles. Yeah, man. Like the production in Switzerland. You're looking at like special effects. Yeah, for what, the sky, all that stuff, slow motion, the atmosphere. Yeah, something unheard of. And I'll hire 2 singers to sing. It's cheaper to hire singers to sing for your doc instead of like I can either license the music obviously, or you can have 2 singers sing. I'll most likely have 2 singers sing. It's cheaper. Hire 2 singers to sing. Pay them $150,000 through the budget. Obviously, easy to afford it. Hire 1 man, 1 woman to sing, and they sing. I'm like sing some nice, beautiful music. I'm like, look, man, for the documentary, come up with a good, I don't know, come up with a good like 20, 25, 30 songs, and sing for my documentary. Because you can hire someone for beats. Hire one guy to create the beats, and you hire like 2 singers to sing some nice music for your documentary. Listen with top notch. Remember that you gotta feel it, you won't get it. Well, think of music like that for my doc. You see me, VJ, and I give VJ this stare, and you get this nice music. Yeah, man, look at an amazing documentary. That's why you guys are gonna be just as excited to watch that doc. Which will have more buzz. The documentary will have just as much buzz as the movie, because it's the behind the scenes of the 4 years, man. So you're gonna get the behind the scenes of the 4 years of Ivan and VJ's life and their business life. Peter Jackson, Mel Gibson, the actors in their hometown, the behind the scenes of Aratat, creating the concept art of Aratat, the mask of Aratat, pre-production the 3rd year. Yeah, it's fucking cool. Ivan and VJ at the Connell, the 7 team at their house. You're gonna see Jon Favreau and Nick Filoni at their house too. Yeah, their nice ass house. Yeah, you look at something amazing, obviously. You see what I'm saying? You're looking at something amazing, yeah. You're gonna see Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni's, Ryan Coogler, whoever shows. You're gonna see their lavish life. They own this nice like 4. Jon Favreau will most likely get like an 8, 9, 10 million dollar house because the guy's loaded. He'll probably get like an 8, 9, 10 million house. The guy already has money in his bank. Most likely around that $8 million range, he'll buy it. He'll buy like an 8 million, a nice like $8 million house in Vancouver. Nice ass cars. Jon Favreau can easily afford a Ferrari. He can get a nice Benz, all that stuff. He already has money, and I paid him his fat bonus. He's getting a rich early salary. Dave Filoni can easily get a Ferrari too. Ryan Coogler can easily get his nice Ferrari, because I paid him like a $9 million bonus after taxes. A $50 million signing bonus after taxes, $9 billion, right? $9 million, right? That's a fucking nice what? Buy all your nice cars, yeah, your nice Benz, your nice BMW, your nice But even though those guys are rich, they're not me and VJs. Me and VJ can get the best Ferrari out there. I'm saying because because even though like a $300,000 Ferrari is really really nice, but me and VJ can even get like a top notch Ferrari, like a 1 million, $2 million Ferrari because we're fucking billionaires. Whereas that kind of money, that's a big cut on their budget, obviously. But they can still get a nice like $300,000 Ferrari. See what I'm saying? Or Dave Filoni can get a nice $200,000 Ferrari. Whereas the other five Ferraris is a big cut on the budget. The three couldn't get a Ferrari, but it's a bigger cut on the budget. If you're making $2 million a year and you get a $300,000 Ferrari, it's a bigger cut on your budget. They're probably going to get a cheaper one, a $100,000 Ferrari maybe. But most likely those guys will get Porsches, like an $80,000 Porsche. The other three, the account, legal advisor, head of production, they'll probably get like an $80,000, $70,000 Porsche, $70,000 BMW Benz. Whereas the secretaries will probably get like a $40,000, $50,000 Benz. My point is they're all going to be driving nice cars. You see what I'm saying? Because they're all making a lot of money. But even their wealth is pocketing. You're going to see the secretaries' nice ass houses, the nice $2 million house. The other three get their nice like $4 million, $3.8 million house. Yeah. But even though those guys are rich, their wealth is pocket change. Yeah, once you see me and VJ's $150 million economy, you're gonna be like, holy shit. I and VJ are loaded, man. Yeah, you're looking at a high tech house, man. Something crazy. VJ knows I'm talking. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, you're looking at a high something like Batman. You know when you watch Justice League, when you watch the Justice League, you saw Ben Affleck's house, the automatic doors. Well, think of a car like that, man. Yeah. Think of a car like that. I'm gonna be owning a luxury garage. I'm thinking something like you know how Batman has his Batcave, where he has his Batmobile. I might have them build a garage like that, man. I'm gonna put probably a good 15 million towards my garage, 17 million towards my garage. Have them build some high tech garage, man, with a GPS. I'm thinking car parking. That's something top notch. Yeah, this has been crazy. Where's my camera here?